All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our June meeting for the Grand River Woodturners Guild. My name is Doug Brinks. I'm the current president of this operation. I want to welcome everybody here. I do see like a couple of new faces, maybe. Are you new to the guild here? Okay, are you a woodturner? Okay, well, you'll see things here today that'll get you interested in that, I hope. So, anybody else new here? Okay, we right now our dues are still $35 for the year. If you're interested in becoming a member, you would want to see Gary sitting at the table here. He's our membership person. He would take care of that. Some of the things that we have included for being a member are, of course, coffee and donuts, the most important. We have a library of books that you can check out. We have a sharpening station that I don't think got pulled out this week, but it's right there. We can pull it out, or somebody's got tools they need sharpened, they're welcome to use it. Got the raffle table, and we also have mentorship. There's 5 or 6 of us who are mentors, and we do that free for our members. If you've got something you're working on, and you want some advice about something, or you just want to stop by and check out someone's shop, all of our names are listed in the newsletter and our emails, and you can get a hold of us. We're kind of scattered around the city, and we'll get you out to our shop and help you with whatever you need help with. And that's a pretty good benefit. You know, we get a lot of people. I get a lot of people that will get a hold of me, and I looking for someone to work with me, and I'm like, well, join our guild. We'll hook you up. So that's all the things to do with being a member of our guild. This month, our demonstration is going to be Ron Vincent. He's going to do some dip painting, some marbling. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, he's standing in the back there. Woodturner at large. Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's 500 miles away for the winter months. So anyways, he's here, so once he gets back here, we commission him to do something for us. Well, we don't commission him. We just make an agreement that he does something for free. Next month we have Ray Lantinga, and he's going to do a platter also, and I forget what he does on his platter. It's another embellishment. Does somebody remember? Do you remember what it was, Tom? Or inlays? Oh yeah, he does inlays. So that's next month, and then the month after that we have Jim Pope. I see Jim was online here. Just a reminder, Jim, you're on for August for casting. So I hope you're preparing for that. If not, let me know if you're somehow that's falling apart. But I haven't been able to talk to you. So we've got you on for August. Moving down the list, if you have Supernova chucks, or you want a Supernova chuck, or you need jaws for your Supernova chuck, Nova is getting out of the chuck business. Woodcraft is liquidating their chucks and jaws. If you're interested in what they have, you need to see Ken. He's working at the desk today, and he'll hook you up. But yeah, there's discounts on their stuff, and they're moving out of the chuck business, kind of surprisingly. So I don't know if they have a lot of stuff left over. Tom? No more in the stores? Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Hey, Doug, could you repeat that for the online folks?
Tom thinks that they're still going to be available online, through their online sources, but they just won't be in like the Woodcraft stores and places like that.
All right, thanks.
All right. So I think that's everything. If I'm missing anything, somebody speak up. Otherwise, we're going to move on to show and tell. If you could bring your pieces up here and set them down in the light here. You can see on the screen here what they look like, and then we'll go through show and tell.
And if you're online, click the react button on the bottom and raise your hand so that we know you have something to show.
Yep, and when you come on up, state your name into the microphone so we all can make a mental note of what your name is. Some of us can't read. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning. I'm Colleen. I brought something for the table and they said I had to explain it. So I've got a 3D printer and there are some little detail sanders here. So,
Colleen, can you get closer to the mic, please?
There you go.
sorry guys. So there are, this one is a pen basically, and it's got a little tip. You slide through, screw on, and then when you put it through there, there's you can put a little piece of sanding paper. So that this is very small nozzle basically on the bottom. This comes out. There's a couple other shapes of the small nozzles. This one's just a little bit bigger. Same kind of idea of getting a little bit of sandpaper in there. Clamp it in the back, wrap it all the way around, unscrew this part, clamp it in. But just little detail sanders that I'll put over on the table.
Good morning, Gary Humphreys. I'm the membership person on the board. A friend gave me 2 blanks of wood he'd been carrying around for 40 years and never got around to turning it, so I turned them for him. This one is Cocobolo. That's really a beautiful piece of wood. It turns very nicely, and this is just plain oil finish on it. This one is Bird's Eye Maple, and this one also, they were very dry wood rather than my just recently dried from and like both of those. And then was suggested to me, have you ever turned a square bowl? No, so I decided I'd try my hand at it. So here is a bowl turned from a square. That's ash wood.
Nice.
My name is Rich Scripps, and these 2 pieces are from a tree that fell down in our neighborhood, a beaver, and extremely green, but I've had these now for over a month, and they haven't shown any signs of splitting or cracking yet. What you see in the front here is getting close to the bark. So it's a sapwood. Should I put it in front of the camera?
Yeah, put it in front of the camera.
So it feels different. Anyway, I don't know what to do with these. So this is one. And then this piece, as I was turning it, and these were wet. And I put a tool and got this little shavy stuff. So I decided to try to, my wife wants me to paint this gold. Can you see that texture on the camera?
We're getting there.
Anyway, it's interesting. So
Yeah.
these other 2 pieces, my wife decided this is a candle holder. Can I see it on the camera? It's just it's a piece of cherry that I got here at a raffle. It's got a lot of bark, chainsaw marks, embellishments. And I filled the bark in with shellac, and then the shiny part is just spray lacquer. And I didn't really finish this, but I can't seem to throw it away. It's got a little cuteness to it. It's just a little, what do you call the little pots, I guess?
Weed pot.
Thank you, yes. So that's it, thank you.
Very nice. Front.
My name is Terry Leafers. I brought this in just not because of the fine tuning, turning and finishing techniques, but I needed something to hold my phone holder on my recumbent bike. And recumbents don't have handlebars where you can put these on, so the recumbents have vertical handles. So I made this so that I could put it down into the handle. Oops, I guess I should show it down.
There you go.
And then it needed something to wedge it into the handle. So this turns
Oh, cool.
turns here to pull the wedge up into the split here, and that makes this keeps this from flopping around and keeping the phone in the right direction. So a little hillbilly engineering is all.
I'm Daryl DeRuyter. It's another piece of ash burl. A month or two ago, I had something, a form that was quite similar to it. It's just another piece of the same burl. It's quite a ways to go on that one yet. It's basically turned the center bowlish sort of part and a little bit of this area here. The rest of it's shaped with a Surform and then sanded. Sealed it with epoxy first. Some of the outside wood is a little soft. It's an old burl. And finished with pre-cat lacquer.
Pre-cat lacquer, what do you mean by that?
Pre-catalyzed lacquer.
Is that a spray can, or how do you?
No, I spray it with a regular spray gun. You can get the stuff at Sherwin-Williams and Repcolite. It's commonly used in kitchen cabinets and so forth by builders. It's fast, it dries nice, and it wears pretty well.
Okay.
And it's shiny.
Yeah. You can get different sheen on that, I'm sure.
Bruce Dannenhauer. I brought this because I wanted to show everybody how bad I can be. This is my first adventure in texturing, and it started here at the Pat Carroll workshop that we had 2 months ago now.
2 months.
So, and he liked these nice long finial looking legs, and I thought they looked pretty silly, so I didn't use them. And I put the squatty ones on because it's a squatty little thing. So anyhow, that's that. And this is a little.
Can I, with the, is that oak? And you put dye in
It's
the open
ash.
grain? Ash?
It's
And then
ash.
you put dye in the open grain?
So I used a, thanks Doug.
Yeah.
I used a product that's sold by Hampshire Sheen, and they call it enhancing wax. I think that's the right name. The stuff's kind of like shoe polish. And what you do is you rub it in and it fills the pores in the grain. So if you use an open grain wood like ash, it'll fill it and it'll highlight the grain. So if you want to see what the wood really looks like, I don't know if you got that or not, you look down inside and you can tell there's not the same.
What? I see something else down there, Bruce.
Right there, yeah. I had to use a long texturing or a long pyrography tool to sign that.
Yeah, right.
This is just a little sugar maple bowl that we used in the Kalamazoo Club to demonstrate putting Osmo hard black soil finish on. And this has got 2 coats of it. So that's why I brought it.
Hello, Ron Vincent. This, if you ever made funnels, show and tell, not, but tips and tricks is in the winter here, and I'm not here. So basically, this goes up against the headstock. You adjust this to your chuck. So then you can look between the 2 pieces and see how much room you've got in the bottom of that so you don't break through. Okay. Real simple, just the hole is the center
Set
height.
that on the lathe to show people.
Center height of your blade. So this just sits there. Of course, my lathe's a little bit bigger than this. So when you get to the chuck, which is pretty much standard, you know that you're going to break through. So whatever you want to leave, you keep going until you get whatever gap you want on the bottom. And then you don't create funnels. Okay?
Ross Leafers, little brother to Terry. This is a kind of a work in progress. It started out as about 5 or 6 slabs of cherry wood that we glued together. And I was going to make a bowl out of it, but when I got it round, it was too tall and narrow for a bowl, so I decided to make this out of it. This is a piece of oak that we glued to the bottom of it, it's just to give us something to turn with. I cut the top off, hollowed out the inside. It's kind of a work in progress. I still got to do a little bit of work on it, but I don't know what to call it. I was going to use it as a candy jar.
Yeah.
Tom Sampson. This is another piece from Pat Carroll Workshop.
Oh, sweet.
I didn't necessarily like his legs either, so mine are a little different. I was kind of worried about support, so I made him a little bit of a platform there. And then textured, kind of maybe some of the techniques from last month with
Greg Gallegos.
Yep, so did texturing of the whole piece, did some sphere texturing, kind of that rain, it looks like raindrops to me. And then right here, let's see, so yeah, this stuff, it's a little cup cutter. That's like, I think the tool is for, that's like a jewelry deburring of wire. And it does have little grooves so you can cut, and it really burns. So I never really liked it because I wasn't thinking of painting it over, right? But if you're burning, it doesn't matter. So you can just grind it in there and burn away. So those have the reverse, more of a concave look to them. And then the outside, kind of the dry brush painting. So there's maybe 6 different colors and just kind of blending it in. And then. So so like Greg did, start with start with black actually. So the whole thing was that chalk, very matte, black. So there's no sheen to it at all. Started with a dark blue and then just brought it out. I really like that chalk black, it doesn't have any, it's got a mysterious kind of depth to it, there's nothing reflected back. Okay.
I'm Tom Penninga. This is a platter I made, and I was at the Fulton Street Market 2 weeks ago, and my first advice is don't bother going to the Fulton Street Market and trying to sell stuff. It doesn't work. But I was next to a guy who does, he makes these out of aluminum, and he puts photographs on them and chemically etches them on there. And I've had problems getting the bottom of my bowls perfectly flat, and this solves that problem. And he can do other photographs, your photograph, your dog, your house, whatever. Anyway, I thought it made a little bit of a different kind of platter, so.
Tom, what's the basic process to put the photograph there?
He does this megapixel, that's the inside of a flower.
Uh-huh.
He does this huge pantograph where he does macro photography, and then he puts them all together. He has about 1 gigapixel photograph that he etches. So if you get close, it's really detailed on there. So I have one other one of these that I'm going to do, but I didn't get it quite centered, but I tried to get it centered. There we go. Did it start out square and cut it round? No, he put it on a round disc for me. It's just I just had to make a relief for it the right size and
Oh,
then epoxy
okay.
it in.
Okay.
And I have a flat bottom to my bowl, so.
I am Doug Brinks. This is also from Pat Carroll. This was his demonstration 2 months for our club. He cut all the pieces, and then I took them home and sanded them all and finished them and assembled them, which took me a little longer than I expected, but I thought it came out okay. So I think that probably next month we might auction this off. I think Ron Campbell, don't mark my words on this, but he took home a piece too that I think he was going to finish and bring it in. So, and he's not here this month. I think he's at the symposium, so I think probably next month we might have 2 of Pat Carroll's pieces here, and we're going to either auction them off or put them on the raft table. We'll do something with them. So, the online, I see we got Ray's got his hand up. So, Dave, I'll let you take over.
Okay, this is a piece I did beginning last month with Greg. It's not finished, but I really enjoyed the workshop.
Pull it.
A piece of cardboard in there to avoid the paint getting in the middle. And I started coloring it on the back, but I'm not happy with it.
Oh, that's good.
So I think I'll take Greg's advice and paint it all black and start over. That's it.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone else online that has something they want to show? All right, Doug, I think we're done. Back to you.
Okay, I think at this point we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and get Ron's demo going.
April 1st.